Next. Testing a hamster's survival skills.
This is my pet hamster, Karen, who is about to enter the wild.
I put Carrie the hamster in a death wheel. Or not in a death wheel, in a death arena. I put 2 hawks on each side, and they're gonna see him coming from a mile away. How do we think the hamster will fare against these 2 predators? Oh, they grabbed him and ripped his head off. Okay. Do you think they have fun on a wheel? Like, whenever you see them running on that, like, are they doing it because they just have energy, or are they having, like, fun?
She's lived her entire life in a pet store, so I'll be putting her survival skills to the test. Will she be able to live a normal life? Well,
I mean, are hamsters wild animals? Are there hamsters in the wild? Wild hamsters are native to Europe and parts of Asia and Russia. There are wild hamsters. Wow.
But normal. By the end of this video, I promise you will never see hamsters the same way again. Starting with Karen. Come on, we have to get her. So I bought everything the pet store recommended, and apparently this is the ideal hamster setup.
Oh, now I kind of want to own a hamster.
All I have to do now is add in the bedding, food, water, and tiny purple house. But I have much bigger plans in mind. Now, Karen here is a Russian hamster. I've never been to Russia before, but I don't think it looks like this.
He just starts speaking Russian.
Come here, little one. Ouch! I definitely cannot show that on YouTube.
Did it actually bite her?
I thought it would be best to
him?
give her some alone time. She spent the
This motherfucker wants to get out of here. He's plotting an escape.
entire night trying to escape. Now she's chewing on the bars, a terrible sign of stress. I was told this is the ideal hamster setup. Not anymore. I got a brand new tank, replaced her bedding with real soil, replaced her
See, that's so sick, though. Giving a hamster, like, a big-ass fish tank to live in.
plastic house with a real log, and replaced her fake plant with some real ones.
That is an insane time lapse. How long do y'all think that took?
Karen is completely untamed. I thought the perfect home would be her natural habitat. But as much as I want to, I can't just drop her in here. She's been raised her whole life in a pet store, on artificial food, in an artificial home. Will she know how to dig, how to forage, how to hunt?
Isn't that shit, like, biologically ingrained in you, though? Like, even like, you know when your dog does, like, the little circular thing before it lays down where it goes like this and it, like, nests? That's like a biological instinct. Like, no one ever taught them that. They just do it, right?
I don't know, but we're about to find out. Well, to ease her into this new home, I built a 4-part obstacle course to test her survival skills. And her first obstacle,
to get her through everything, dude, that's gonna take forever.
Will test her ability to dig. If she can tunnel from the top tube.
How long would that take a hamster to dig through that? Are they able to dig quick? Is it gonna know that's down there?
Down to the bottom, then I'm confident she can burrow like her ancestors. Now,
An
her
hour?
next challenge will test.
I don't know, dude. They're probably quick. Don't their hearts beat mad fast? They'd be going like, just like nonstop. Not even breaking a sweat.
Her ability to forage. She's eaten processed food all her life, so I want to know if she can find and crack open seeds. And if she can do this, then I hope she can pass the next challenge.
It depends if it's a learned. I think it'll easily be able to do it, because I would assume that hamsters aren't taught from their parents. Like, we are taught from, like, all the knowledge we have, like, survival-wise, is taught to us, right? Like, we're one of those animals where it's like you have to learn from your mom or your dad. Same thing with, like, cheetahs, right? Like, if you ever watch, I remember I used to watch Animal Planet. Like, they watched their mom hunt, right? And they, like, play with each other and, like, learn how to fight. Like, hamsters, I feel like, pop out ready to go.
Her only task is to press a button to turn on a light. The catch is the button is buried under a pile of dirt. Will she be able to find it? Well, I hope so, because her final challenge is the most controversial so far.
God, she's gonna have to fucking kill one of those. Is that a cockroach?
It will test her ability to hunt. So if she can find and kill a cockroach, then I'm confident she can not.
She gets into the cockroach box and does like a fucking battle roar. Just like a... Stands on both legs and then attacks.
Only survive, but thrive in her new home. Now, we just have to let her
It picks it up and throws its body against the other one. Collateral damage.
in. And as she enters the first challenge, she takes in all the new smells. Her instincts tell her to dig.
Why?
This is crazy because she's only ever dug in paper before. I can't imagine what she'll create in her new home. Oh, there she goes.
Yo, they're quick.
She's nearly there. But digging is a messy job, so she takes regular breaks to clean herself. Every last piece of
Oh.
dirt must be removed. All clean and ready to go. Come on, maybe 2 inches away. I may have underestimated her, and she's already off to the next challenge. The maze.
Dude, I would have thought that would have taken 10 minutes, at least. Like, that was so quick. Dude, the maze is going to take a while. Unless it guesses the right path. Oh, it sees the food over there, though.
She can clearly smell something, but is not sure if it is food. But after taking a closer look, she takes the whole thing with her. Well, she's not eating them like I hoped. Instead, she picks apart the seeds and stuffs them in her cheek for later. Oh, now she's going back for more. And apparently,
Like a chipmunk.
she's not full. Into the sunflower bin she goes.
Has there ever been a hamster that's gotten too fat and it couldn't fit through a tube?
Her mouth
Those almonds?
is like a mini vacuum,
Seeds? No, those are like sunflower seeds.
and in under a minute, all the seeds were gone. Now, she made
Dude, I fucking love this video, dude.
her way all the way back to the beginning, where she went underground. Her storage chamber, where she turns her cheeks inside out to empty.
Ew! Ew!
Where she went underground.
Wait, it went back to its original spot?
Made her way all the way back to the beginning, where she went underground. Her storage chamber, where she turns her cheeks inside out to empty her mouth. That pink skin is her cheek pouch that is full of seeds. This is rarely
No way it held that many fucking seeds in its mouth.
ever seen. Good news, we'll never have to see that again. Now, time to head back where she will face the next obstacle. This one is a little more complicated. She jumps onto the top, and remember, there is a hidden red button that she must find.
There's no way it's just gonna
The
go
button
through all of
smells
them.
like her favorite food.
Oh, I was gonna say, how are they gonna get it to
She
like
dig it up.
go to that?
Oh, she smells it. Come on, so close. There it is. Just press it. Not hard enough, just a little more. Bingo. And now, onto the final obstacle. The most controversial.
Oh shit! And then it fucking just starts murdering the cockroaches. Battle to the death here.
Hunt. One cockroach and one hamster. But who would make the first move?
I mean, a cockroach just cannot kill a hamster. Maybe like 10.
She begins to close in until they stand face to face.
Oh, it's probably never seen a bug before.
What the? And
oh my
she
God.
went straight for the head. Imagine what she's going to do in her new home. Well, now with
It ate all of
a
it.
full stomach, she begins to make her way there.
And left the little, like, sensor
Her
things.
life is about to change forever. And as she makes her way through, she pauses. She's never seen a plant before. These are her first steps into a very unfamiliar world. She now has the chance to make it her own. But then as fast as she entered, she left and ran all the way back through the maze, through the tube,
And it remembers how to get back.
through the dirt,
Wow.
back to the beginning, just to run on her wheel. Will she prefer an artificial life or a real one?
Sickest video we ever watched. Dude, this is insane.
I'll give her 7 days. 7 days.
Oh, 7 days to see if she swaps her home. So I thought when the hamster moved to the big tank, he was just gonna pick up all the food and bring it over for it. So he's just gonna see if she decides to move.
Decide. But over the first 2, she did nothing but pace around her cage. So I placed in lichen, pine cones, and leaves to further resemble her natural habitat. But it wouldn't be the wild without worms. Oh, she can smell them. They have to make their way underground before,
She could smell them from over there.
and she races for a meal. But she might be too late.
Wow, it sensed that
Or
good.
maybe not, because she can dig faster than the worm. And then uses her teeth to do the rest. I get the feeling that hamsters should not be a household pet. While she's already here, I sprinkle in some seeds, and from there, I left her. For 3 whole days. And when I returned, she was not
It's sad they're alone, though, you know?
in the cage, in the maze, or the ecosystem. Or so I thought.
No! It built a whole cave?
He built a sanctuary underground. Was she finally at home? Well, every night she would leave her burrow because she was on a mission. She would run from the ecosystem all the way back to her cage to run on her wheel.
Wow, so they do it for fun. That's crazy.
While I believe so much
Nah, make that motherfucker run all the way across the map to go get the goddamn wheel.
wrong, there is one thing we got right.
Bro said the map. Yeah, it's a map, bro. They live in a map. What, their world? They're on a map, bro. There's a bunch of tubes and different pods, bro. She's gone from A to C. She's gone from capping A to going to C to fucking run on the wheel.
Check out this video for more, and
Then
I'll
back to spawn.
see you.
Simulating Africa. Bro, we gotta watch some of these other videos, dude. I am adding this to watch later. That was so interesting. I loved that. Watch one more of them. Do we want to watch the Jack Doherty video today or one more of the other videos? Another hamster video? It's not about hamsters. Not all of them are about hamsters, chat. Yeah, simulating a desert for 100 days.
In this tank lives a miniature world. There are predators and prey, wind and rain. This desert is a dangerous place, but despite all odds, some
Roly-polies. I remember I used to look for those under the rocks all the time.
animals have evolved to survive. It transformed from an empty wasteland to a thriving ecosystem. To understand the mysteries within, first, we must go back.
Is that thing actually fucking glow in the dark?
Materials and a whole lot of cacti. I proceeded to mix up some dirt and then build up the substrate. After placing in some rock, I began to plant the cacti. Ouch! Their spines are extremely sharp and it was a huge pain to plant anything. I added in some final touches and the tank was complete. This will serve as the foundation for
And then I put a 7-foot python in the middle of the fucking desert, alongside some bugs. Let's see what wins.
thriving ecosystem. On day 3, I introduced the first animals. These are called isopods. As you can see, I have 2 varieties,
Actually, they're called roly-polies because they roll.
clowns and zebras. After I placed them in, they began to search for shelter. Alongside the isopods, I introduced springtails and buffalo beetles. These 2 detrivores will eat
Where the fuck is he getting these bugs, by the way? Do you order these online, or do they have these at, like, PetSmart?
pretty much anything they can find. All of these tiny bugs will eventually be food for a future predator.
Oh, shit.
By day 50, the isopod population began to boom. In the shaded areas of the tank,
Yeah, they just started fucking, dude. The isopods just started multiplying. This whole video got scrapped. There was 100,000 isopods at the end of the fucking 5th day.
would form small little herds. The juveniles looked almost identical to their adult counterpart. Here, you can even see one shedding its skin.
Ew.
While the zebras were thriving, the clowns seemed to have disappeared entirely. On the other hand, the buffalo beetles were taking over. I placed a dead cockroach into the tank to show just how many there were.
So they only eat dead shit.
Soon, there was nothing left but a hollow skeleton. They were running rampant and I needed a predator.
Yo, I love watching those mealworm videos where they'll put like old tomato skin and shit and they time lapse it.
I needed something deadly, something fast, something almost as terrifying as my mother-in-law. Let me introduce you to the dune scorpion. He is a vicious predator and will make short work of a beetle or isopod. Do you see that tiny white drop on his stinger?
Oh, is that poison?
Well, that is a potent venom, and I have to be extremely careful. I picked him up and prepared to place him into the tank. After a gentle
Is it potent to humans? Like, what happens if it fucking stabs him?
love tap, he took his very first step into the new world. Scorpions are almost completely blind, so they don't use their eyes to get around. Within just a few minutes, he managed
And why do they have eyes?
to take down a buffalo beetle. With a full stomach, he began to search for a place to burrow.
Wow, how weird it would be to be a scorpion, dude. Like, that's a conscious creature.
After a few hours, his burrow was complete, and it just looked like an ordinary hole. But if we look underground, we can see it is so much more. It is his home. He would spend most of his time here, but as day turned to night, he would emerge.
Oh, does he hunt at night? Trying to kill some shit.
Under ultraviolet light, he will glow a radioactive green.
That's crazy they glow in the dark. All the beetles just start mauling him. Yo, he's just ready to strike, dude. This is like when I was playing fucking Bakugan. He looked like my Bakugan, dude, when I'd throw him out.
On day 60, I realized the scorpion wasn't going to be enough. The beetles were breeding faster than the scorpion could eat them. I needed to add competition.
Yeah, dude, you need one more. The beetles, what is he gonna eat? 3 beetles a day? Maybe? Dude threw in fucking 100 beetles. They're just fucking like crazy down there, man.
Meet the blue death feigning beetle. This is no ordinary bug. They have 3 superpowers. First off, they make their own sunscreen. This white powder on their shell will protect them from the desert
Oh, wow. They make their own sunscreen.
sun. Secondly, they have a huge abdomen to store water, kind of like a camel. They can last for ages without any water at all. But if a predator tries to eat them, that's where its 3rd superpower comes into play.
They just start farting. They just start shitting themselves. They make themselves smell so bad nobody wants to eat them.
They are indestructible. Their
Oh, are they like hard?
thick armor will protect them from sandstorms and strong desert
Bro got a leaf blower and started spraying it at the beetle.
winds.
Oh no, a sandstorm! Oh my god, he's surviving it.
I added them into the tank, and immediately, one was making a fatal mistake. He wandered towards the scorpion burrow and then down inside. He was walking towards his doom. There was a stalemate.
I mean, but he's not gonna die.
The beetle made his move.
Is that thing sleeping?
He tapped the scorpion and then retreated deeper into his burrow. The scorpion gave
we better watch a fucking death match
the
here.
beetle a gentle push and then made his journey back to the surface.
Wow, so they recognize they ain't gonna fuck each other up.
And one of the few storms of the entire year was about to commence. The tank began to flood.
Oh no, the whole tank's flooding. He's just holding a hose over the fucking fish tank. Oh, he's gonna put fish in there?
As the storm faded away, animals began to emerge. The rain brought new life to the desert landscape. This rose of Jericho opened its leaves after receiving water. By day 63, the water area was teeming with life. Hundreds of tiny eggs that lay dormant in the sand began to hatch. The pond was swarming with these tiny white dots that were going to become
What the fuck are those?
something incredible.
Horseshoe crab.
Meanwhile,
Is that a horseshoe crab?
on land, I figured it was time to introduce a new animal. Here is a Mexican jumping bean, and here are 30 more. These are not what they seem. After I added them in, they
Those are animals?
began to dance. They seem to roll around mindlessly, but each one is on a mission. Find shelter. They jump to escape the desert heat. It didn't take long for them to
What? That's not a bean?
huddle under whatever they could find.
I genuinely thought Mexican jumping beans were just beans. Is there an insect in that?
Now, inside every bean lives a caterpillar. One day, they will emerge into a beautiful little moth.
Just to be fucking eaten by a scorpion.
By day 72, life in the water had grown substantially. These little white crustaceans are called fairy shrimp. They glide through the water, filtering out whatever food they could find. In the shadows lived an animal much larger and less delicate than the fairy shrimp. Meet the triop.
Thought that was a horseshoe crab. Hey, it looks like it.
I put one on my finger so you can get a sense of scale. They look completely prehistoric. They look to be thriving now, but there is a problem. Every day,
There's a problem. A great white shark in the tank. In the tank. A new battle has emerged. We're throwing in a fucking stingray. Wham! Right into the tank.
Water level got lower and lower. The desert sun was quickly drying up their little pond.
What are they gonna do?
On day 81, the pond was almost dried up, but life was more active than ever. Many of the triops were
Dude, what do you
carrying
think when he's done the video? Do you think he like leaves the fish tank or like kills him?
bundles of eggs and needed to find a safe place to lay them. Here, you can see a female carefully digging her nest.
Donates all the
She
animals.
will lay
maybe?
her eggs in this hole, and they won't hatch until the following rainy season. The fairy shrimp had also laid their eggs, and their life cycle was reaching the end.
Wow.
Only a
So when the water drains, they lay eggs and then die.
few days later, the pond had dried up completely. The rose of Jericho had closed, and life seemed bare. But after closer inspection, you will notice hundreds of tiny eggs waiting for the next time it rained. Life was
That's so cool.
booming, but it was time to
Yeah, now the beetles are gonna eat their dead bodies.
introduce a new predator. This animal will easily find her way to the top of the food chain.
Bearded dragon.
Let me introduce you to the bearded dragon. I'm just
This thing's gonna fuck everything up.
kidding. She's
Okay.
way too big for this tank. But I have many more projects on the way, so
Okay, I think he does just keep the
do me a favor and like this video, subscribe, and I'll be sure to see you in the next one.
Wow, I love these videos. We gotta watch more of these soon.